Here we are at the H10 Conquistador in Las Americas. I couldn't get any parking closer to Las Vistas, so that's a good sign. But the Golden Mile's pretty empty. So we've got two options. We can either walk towards the sea and round the corner, or we can go the ghost town. So let's see what we got. We got 7 people on. Good morning, Ian. Okay, chat is enabled for now. I've decided to go the other way because I think there was no signal around the corner before. So. H10's getting a delivery. Good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ramundo. Good morning, Una. I missed some. Big Blue, Judah McKenzie, Stephen Hunt, Stuart Adams, Kaz Simo, Peter Blake, Lorna Beatty, and Ian Francis was the first one. Okay. Hi, everybody. We are in Las Americas, and I'm on the way to Las Vistas, which is theoretically Los Cristianos. I've looked for a parking spot, I couldn't find one, so that's a good thing. And so what I'm going to do now is take my life in my hands and walk towards the sea. Let me turn you around, show you around. Why not? So there's the La Siesta Hotel, and behind me is the H10 Conquistador. There you go. Billy Monday, top of the morning to you too, sir. Down there is Playa De Las Americas, the real beach. And we're going to go to Playa Las Vistas. So let's see where this guy's going. Okay. So we're going to walk down this little avenue here. Hi Tim, shout out for Grandad Mark, please. Let's see who that was. Paul Turner, hides our shirt to Grandad Mark, please. He watches every morning. So, Grandad Mark, shout out from Tim. Hang on. Gotta do it looking at you. Grandad Mark, thanks for watching every morning. Hope I wasn't too late this morning. Couldn't find a parking spot. I actually cancelled my nurse's appointment because she gave me another one at 10:30. I'm not doing that. So I've made one now for 9:30 tomorrow, and I'll go walking afterwards. So if I'm a bit late, it's because the nurse has either killed me or, like always, can't keep her appointments at the time she makes them. Morning, Zelda and fellow walkers. Morning, dear Tim. Hope you are well. I am very well, thank you very much. Morning, Tim. Morning, Tim. Hope you're well. Thumbs up. Thanks, Tim. You're welcome, Paul. Okay. Let's turn you around. It was quite cloudy in Kayosabaki this morning, and I got here, and it's very nice. Kalima went, yeah, and it's blue skies. Not a cloud in the sky. There's the lovely, what's the place called? Can't remember what the place was called. On the tip of my tongue as it was. I'll see it in a second. Villa Cortez, you know. Villa Cortez. So actually be beer, wouldn't it? Park Club Europe doesn't look like it's open. Not a lot open on this strip, actually. I just drove up and down looking for parking spots, and seems to be plenty of cars on the road. Probably all hire cars. Can't sell them. Villa Cortez. I do like the bar there, though. They do German food as well. Really nice. And they serve the beer in litres. Unfortunately, you can't drink them because one of those is way over the limit if you're driving. And to come here with a taxi and back's $40 from where we live, or probably even a bit more. And hassle of getting in and out of a taxi with Chris, then the meal, and you can really only drink 1 or 2 of those litre beers. So it's a night out for €150. Okay. Gary's saying very nice food there. It is really. It's they do you proud, I think. They do you proud. The Gula restaurant. Well, there you go. Not the Guli restaurant. So what I'm going to do, we actually walked this way the other day with you, so I've done that. So I'm going to do the ghost town today, down to Las Vistas. And we'll walk around Las Vistas, get up as far as San Telmo, have a look around there, and then come back. We'll have a chat halfway. Shopping centre. So this is 20, and the priority is for pedestrians. So that means theoretically you could walk out into the road and you had right of way. And I'm sure they'll put that on your gravestone. You had right of way. As you can see, there's not many people around today, which begs the question, where are they all? Probably lying on the beach. I suppose if you're still on furlough, the weather's quite nice at the moment. Shopping centre open, it says. So let's see if it is. There's a lot of work going on. I don't want to go down there, but I'll probably lose signal. But for those of you who didn't know, there was a shopping centre down there. I'm one of them. Well, this dealie looks like it's open. I say dealie. There we go. Ice cream. Yum, yum. So look at the menu. What? Breakfast for €5, five. 5.5 euros, is that maybe? They're saving on the zeros, eh? Do you want to buy a zero? So, lettuce salad, tomato, lomo, huevos, red eggs, bread, and a beer, $8.50. There you go. I don't know what tomate alinado is. Alinado or ayunado? Tomate alinado. Well, it's something. Alinar is probably the verb. Eaten. Was it eaten tomatoes? I don't know. Oh, we'll find out. What we got here? Say that on 2017, says Mary. Seems like a much better signal since you changed the date of DAS. Thank you very much. Mint chocolate chip. Morning, 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 people are saying. Who will be brave enough to test the pedestrian priority? Not me. Not me. I've seen the drivers here. All you got to do is drive like a local and you're safe. I had right of way. Oh, cinematic opportunity here. So it looks like people are waiting for something. Oh, they're waiting for the chemist. So this is the view for the queue for the chemist, it looks like. That's some social distancing right there. Got some nice restaurants across the way. And this is, even though we've been this way, okay, I'll ask you guys. Want to get in the shade? In the shade of the old palm tree. Right, you guys. Let me turn you around. Morning all. Notification, how much have I missed? Nothing. Basically, I walked from the car and I'm not in Las Vistas yet, so you've missed nothing. Morning Ian. Much better signal since we've done that one. So I can either go... sorry, you're looking at me, aren't you? I can either go down here, back to the beach, and go round to Las Vistas, or I can go down towards the... what's it called? Not Grand Sur, whatever the Sur is down there. And morning too long. My granddaughter's currently taking a driving test. I think she's probably nervous now. She apparently have failed now. Can you take them back in the driving test centre? Oh dear. So, fingers crossed. Hold the Daumen, as they say in Germany. Jill Gardner's missed anything. We were talking about you though, Jill. But you'll have to watch on catch up now, see what we said. Thank you, Vista Sir. Stephen, thank you. Vista Sir, which means southern view, I believe. There we go. Sue, I bet. I'm still waiting the 30 seconds it takes for me saying it till you answer to see how many people. So I'm going to take the first one. Like whoever says go towards Vista Sir, and that's already come, I think, or maybe just saying what it is. 110 people watching, 43 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Straight on, Tim. There you go. So I took the first one. There we go. Make myself as wide as possible. So we've got Palace de Congresos up here.
Cuidado, cuidado, caballero.
Carretera or peatonal, no sé. You're having a bit of fun, haven't you? Beautiful morning, Tim. So I'm in the wrong for them ride on the pavement. There you go. That is arrogance at its best. The rock shop. Free. There you go. See if there's a notice on the door. No notice on the door. Edith Piaf and Marlene Dietrich. They're still alive. And this looks magic. Rockman's. There you go. Hardy Rock Cafe. I look across there. Any shops open? Three more is open. The gift shop as well. Money exchange. Why would you want to exchange your money? In case you don't have euros. Forgot you guys in Britain had toy money. Great collection of the rock shop in the rock shop. Not as good as the rock shop in Pwllheli, North Wales. It saddens me to see it so empty. Don't be sad. It's good that we're getting rid of this virus. I don't know why we keep going up though. I really don't know why we keep going up. We're sort of like on the 48, 52 mark. I haven't looked today what it was at the weekend, but usually the weekend figures are a bit higher because they clump them all together. So I'll know this afternoon. I'll tell you tonight. I'm actually doing the show tonight. I said I wasn't, but I'm going to do the show tonight. I don't know where I'm going yet, but I'm going to drive somewhere, and I'm going to take my 360 camera with me. I'm going to do a live vlog from wherever I am, and also I'm going to do a 360 tour of where it is. So if anybody's interested and say, why don't you do this, do that, tell me to go somewhere where there's no live music, which on a Monday's, or no music if you like, and I'll nip down there, have a coffee, and then we'll be done. Morning, stayed at the Blue Med Palace for my 25th wedding anniversary. 25 years ago, wow. There's this one. Cool dude. All the ladies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a right here, because this is actually where I came up last time. You know, that new, we're going to see how far they've got on with that new shopping centre. Oh, it's just 30 here, I've got to speed up. Compostela Beach, that's down there. We'll see it on the way back, don't worry. We're not going to miss anything. Try Cafe Royal and a Decky for tonight. I shall have a look. Is that the village Adechi or Costa Adechi? I don't want to be up in the village in the mountain. I'm looking for Cafe Royal. Buen dia, Maria. Hi Heather. Costa Adechi, okay. I'll see if I can find it. If you've got a send me a what 3 words. A what 3 words, they said. There's a thing called what 3 words. This company have mapped out the whole of the world in 3 metre by 3 metre squares. So 9 square meters. And each 3 metre by 3 metre square in the whole earth has got a name. And the name is made up of 3 words in your language. So that means the squares have got different names in different languages, so you can remember them. And you can actually address anywhere on the planet with just 3 words. So they call it what 3 words. So if I wanted to tell you where I am right now, I go into the app, it would locate me, and instead of sending you a Google Maps link, I send you 3 words. And you put them into the app with a dot in between them. So first word, dot, second word, dot, third word. And it takes you to exactly 9 square meters of earth, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take my life in my hands now. There you go. So this is where we stopped last time. Oops. Oh, nearly reported you then. Who was it? Mariusi. Morning, Tim. I'm at work, just popping in. What a wonderful day from Cork. I just want to get back out there to see our apartment. Not been there since the first lockdown in March. Wow. Jim Marriott. Everybody's saying hi. Okay. May I ask, where is Las Vistas? Yep, Las Vistas is to my left where I am now. So if this is the Arts Centre coming soon, and Playa de las Americas and El Camisón is this way. And if we carry on round, we'll get to Playa de las Vistas. And a lot of people would assume that Playa de las Vistas is in Las Americas, but it's mostly in Los Cristianos. So it's the beach that goes from the Vista Sur shopping centre at the end of the Golden Mile all the way round to the port where the ferries dock. So if you can imagine, well, you don't have to imagine, you'll see it in about 10 seconds. Hola. So this is the Arts Centre we're just passing now. They've been building it for ages. Looks like it's nearly done, or nearly done. WC1, old joke. So it looks like there are quite a few people walking around, which is good. Not many people sitting and having a pint though. So that means there's not many holiday makers, I don't think. But we'll see what we got. Is the water warm? Funny enough, the water in Tenerife is weird because we're an island in the middle of the Atlantic and the streams that come past us are very cool. So basically the water never gets above 25 degrees, ever. Of course, in the shallows here, you'll probably get a little bit warmer when the sun's on it. But out in the seawater, it never gets over 25 degrees. And that's why we have quite a few drownings, because people go out for too long and they get cold water shock and end up thinking. There always seems to be a great debate on where Las Americas starts and Las Americas ends. Among people who can't read maps, you mean? Cafe Royal is near Iberostar Sabila. Lee will sort it out. He sat with a Euro pint saying you do it, and he certainly will. Lovely walks, says Karen. So, do we go in the sun down the bottom or in the shade at the top? Still don't be back September, says Willie. Cool dudes. So I'm going to go this way because I like a bit of shade, you know, a bit of shade. And we'll point you out to sea so you can see. On the distance there, you can see Parlor. Book here for La Gomera. Well, the beach isn't that full. Let's go ahead. So, what we got here? Alison, do you know if Ryanair are still asking for poor PCR to fly, even though we don't need one to come to Tenerife? We're coming in 3 weeks and are fully vaccinated. It depends where you're coming from, Alison, but I assume it's the UK. The UK is on the safe to fly list at the moment. I say at the moment because it could change every 2 weeks. And you don't need a test to come into Spain. You do need to test to go into tourist accommodation or have been fully vaccinated in the last 8 months or partially vaccinated in the past 4 months or have had COVID. So those are the 4 options. Tourist accommodation, you need a test, or have been fully vaccinated in the last 8 months, partially vaccinated in the last 4 months, or have had COVID. I think in the last 6 months, I think is the thing. Let's just sit here. National Police, there you go. Oh, there we go. So this is Playa De Las Vistas. There is actually a covered boardwalk on this beach for wheelchairs and disabled people. I think it's over there. And there is free help for disabled people to get into the water as well, which is quite good. Okay, so look, see what you're saying. Good morning, Anne-Marie. Hi, Maria. The gardens are looking lovely. Morning, Tim. Looks like Boris is going to keep us in lockdown. Okay. Good morning, Karen, everyone. Morning, Anne. Hey, Anne. You know, lockdown is a tool to stop people hugging, kissing, and putting themselves in danger. And I think after a year, if you still need the government to tell you to do that, you deserve everything you get. Not you personally, but don't you think that we should have sort of learnt by now that if we don't get the figures down, then the government reacts? It's a bit weird, isn't it? I wasn't judging the British government, by the way. I was judging all governments and all people. We are coming from the UK, where you think this getting a test just to be on the safe side. We are coming from the UK, and we're thinking of getting a test just to be on the safe side. It can't hurt. Can't hurt if you got the money. Just make sure it's less than 72 hours old when you want to check into your tourist accommodation. But if you're not checking into tourist accommodation, who are you going to show it to? When you fill out the form to come here on the Spanish health website, when you fill out the form, it asks you all the questions you need to know, and it'll tell you, read this information and pick the one you want, and you'll either say I've got a PCR test, or I've had a vaccine, or I've had COVID, or I'm not staying in a hotel. Goss saying, if the parents, I think the rule at the moment is the vaccinations are for children over 6. So anybody 6 and under doesn't need it. Anybody 6 and over does. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know the rules are, like I've said, you've either got to be vaccinated, had COVID, blah, blah, blah. So you decide which category you're in. And then they got it. Andrew's parents came in and nobody has to see it. You know, I'm going to say something now that might be controversial. We expect adults not to have to be controlled like children. So if you know the rules and you stick to the rules, then there's no problem. If you stick to the rules and you complain that the police didn't stop you and ask you, are you sticking to the rules? Then you're a child. Not you personally, Jill, but you know what I mean. I'm just fed up of people saying they're not controlling. And that to me says that you want to try and get away with it. And we don't want those people. We want the people who are safe. Calm down, Tim, calm down. Over on 12th, oops. Can be vaccinated in August in England. Over 12s can be vaccinated in August in England. Okay. Okay. It's it's a grey area. If the parents have been vaccinated, then they save on the test, and I'm assuming that the children then will still need to take it, because nothing really changed in that respect. I'm going to go into Vista Sur now, just to show you my favourite ice cream parlour. I really like this because you've got to pay for your ice cream before you order it, which is on a machine, and none of the tourists know that. So there's a massive queue for people wanting ice cream, and you walk up behind them, go to the machine, put your money in, pick the ice cream you want, or just the size really, and then you walk up and you say, I've paid, and then they come to you first, because the rest, they keep saying, can you pay first? They might have actually changed that now, I don't know. Hey, 28 vaccination on Saturday, that's good. I'm getting mine next Sunday. No, the Sunday after, the 27th. I get my second one on the 27th. Like this. This is the stairs down to the car park. So if there's no parking, you actually pay the car park. I don't know how much it is. We'll find out on the way back. And here is my favourite ice cream, Parlor. Heladeria. So helado is an ice cream, and an heladeria is a parlour that makes ice creams. And this is the machine you got to pay in, but not at the moment. It's not on, I don't think, because there's not many people around. Hola, ¿qué tal? I suppose it's only when there's loads of people that will turn that machine on now. This is the same restaurant at the other side, that same ice cream. So La Barca, the ship, I think it is. Although it's El Barco is a ship. Why is it called La Barca? I don't know. Female ship, I don't know. And here we go. This is my old haunt. I used to do magic shows all along here. Hold the hat. And that was fun. Can't wait to get back to do that once in a while. So there's the port, Los Cristianos, on the far side there. This is Raymond 3. Raymond's is a very famous little restaurant cafe in Los Cristianos, and they do one of the best octopus salads. Oh, really good. And it's the €1 pint, there you go. That's what you're looking for, girls. Keep your husband safe. McDonald's is open. Chucky's is opening. Wow, I haven't seen that open for a while. And my favourite, the Sun King. Although the Sun King does the €1 pint, everything else is really expensive. But we used to like the people here, well, we still do. We're hoping they're all going to come. There we go, you can eat. Just that soft drinks are quite expensive there. And if you want a premium beer. ¿Qué tal, bien?
Bien, 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 hace tiempo, ¿eh?
Ajá. La gente no está aquí.
Sábado, domingo, a lo mejor.
Sí. Hasta luego. She recognised me. It's the tit for. Got me tit for on. Tit for tat. Clínica Winter Sol, or Winter Sun. So this is Paseo Las Vistas, which is the Las Vistas beach. Actually, Paseo means walkway, but... And in 250 metres we'll go and see the accessible beach, shall we? So, 250. Hello. Okay. Gonna pick up the pace or I'll never get slim. Slim Tim. Buenos. Buenos. Oh yeah, buenos dias a todos. Alison, morning, Alison. Can you make more money doing magic shows than doing YouTube vlogs? Says Glyn Young. Can I make more money doing magic shows than YouTube vlogs? Okay, I'll tell you the pricing structure, shall I? If I do magic shows on the street, it's either a feast or a famine. So I either do one show and hold the hat and get coppers in it, or I get a load of people that are really enjoying it and they shove 10s, 20s and 50s in there. So it is a swings and roundabouts type of thing. So the average, what I used to do, because I don't have a lot of time away from Chris, what I used to do was just collect the money until I had enough money to have 2 beers and buy dinner. So that was my contribution to the household budget, was buying dinner and having a couple of beers and a bottle of wine, of course. And if I had a good day, I'd save it, and if I had a bad day, I'd use the savings. YouTube is a different animal, because YouTube, you got to get to a certain amount of followers before they allow you to monetize. Then what happens, you can monetize it in multiple ways. The typical ways is that you allow adverts. And I'm sure you've seen all the adverts on the other channels. And some of the adverts you got 1 or 2 before. Some of them you get 1 just before the end, in like 10 seconds before the end. Some of them, they interrupt the vlog to show you an advert. So if you turn all those on, then you get more money per click. You get more money per click than if you turn them off. So I don't turn those on. I turn the one at the beginning on, and that's it. You might get the one that goes at the bottom, you know, that doesn't interrupt you at all. But I just turn the bottom one on. I could turn them all on like everybody else, but I don't really like, you know, that you have to stop and skip an advert halfway through. Unless I do it on purpose. You know, sometimes I'll do this. I'll say, what are we now? It's 37 minutes in, right? So around about 37 minutes in, I'll put an advert here. So there'll be a stop like this. And now it'll automatically put an advert in that spot because I did a stop. There's no talking and blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to do that. I can place the advert. So I can say something like, the advert you're about to see is based on your viewing statistics. So if you view a lot of stuff about ships, you'll probably get an advert for a boat. So this is the advert that Google thinks that you would like next. Now you're back in the room. So anyway, I digress. So making more money at the adverts than at magic. I don't mind telling you guys, the advertising is around about between 60 and 90 euros a month that I get. They pay out. So between 60 and 90 euros a month. Whatever you donate online, Google take 30% of it, and I get 30% paid into my bank account, which I then have to declare on my yearly tax return. But if I don't go over 10,000, they don't take tax. So that's why I've got to keep the channel sort of low, because I don't want to have to do a tax return. So I hope that clears all that up. So if you've got, and it depends on how many followers you've got as well. So if you get a lot of followers, you get more money per click because you're more important. So this is the disabled beach, or the beach for people with disabilities. It's got a full ramp. So you come in here from the what's it called? Paseo Las Vistas, down the ramp there, which I'll walk down in a minute. You come around the front of the loos and the showers. It's all board. I keep getting out from the local man inviting me to a spiritualist church. I have no idea, I'm not religious. Maybe your age, I don't know. I found if the Paloma Beach apartments are open, we stay there every year. Fran Frodsham. Fran, if you go to whatsontenerife.com They have all the hotels and everything listed there. What's on Tenerife.com. Try to help the vlogger by watching the ad where possible, but the ones in the middle are a bit annoying. You know, it doesn't matter as long as you're hit with the ad. It doesn't matter if you skip it or not. You don't. The only time I get more money is if you buy something from the ad. So you can skip the ads, no problem. You've already seen it. It's already an impression. That means it's counted. Raymond's in Los Cris is owned by the Chinese now. Yeah, a lot of stuff is owned by the Chinese. They got the money and they got the people, so they tend to buy those things up and then they rent them out to people who want to live the dream. So the Golden Lee's funeral plan, doing my head in. Yeah, I get the one where, yeah, that's right, yeah. If you're an expat in Spain, Spain will, I don't know, I can remember it, yeah. Yeah, that's because of my age and I'm about to die or something, I don't know. What's my age got to do with it? They don't know me. I was just guessing, Jill. I don't know. I was just guessing. Don't kill me. Okay, so we're going to go down to... yeah, exactly. If you think that nobody knows your age and you're on social media, it's amazing what they know. There's a thing called big data, and it was a big hoo. In fact, there's a film about it. It was about Brexit, about this guy that used big data and information that he shouldn't really got hold of to target adverts to vulnerable voters to make them vote for Brexit. It's a great film. I can't remember what it's called, but it's starring Doctor Strange. What's his name? He played Doctor Strange, and what else did he play? Sherlock Holmes. There you go. Cuthbertson or something, I don't know his name. Anyway, but that's a great film about that. About the how they use data to target vulnerable voters. Vulnerable by being, you know, the people who hadn't made their mind up. Here we go. Lifeguard. Salvamento, sorry. Salvamento. And the people are actually called socorristas. So here we go. This is the wheelchair accessible beach in Playa De Las Vistas. It's open from July to September from 11 till 7 and the rest of the year 10 till 6. And you got to reserve groups bigger. You got to reserve for groups 48 hours before. Oh, it's in English, obviously. Okay. And this is the reserve zone for people with reduced mobility. This is their saving jet ski. Ski the jet. Oh, that's nice. Beautiful. So the socorristas, got to ask him if we're going to film him. Hola amigos, ¿puedo filmar ustedes? ¿Sí? Okay, we said okay. So I'm doing live YouTube. There are 152 people watching right now. Give them a wave. These guys are doing a great job. And they use these buggies. Oh, we've got some more guys as well. Are you, hablas inglés, sí? Un poco. Un poquito. Ustedes están la gente, ayudarle la gente con silla de ruedas. Y puede, ¿cómo se dice? Nadar en el mar. Yeah? Hey. So they get them in here. They push them out to sea, and then they drop them off. No, they don't. They bring them back. So these are cool. These are really cool. And actually it's quite cool here in the shade. Very nice. Muchas gracias a todos. Buen trabajo. They're doing a great job. So let's turn you around. This is actually quite nice. The lats up on the roof, let me just show you there. The lats up on the roof here, they give a little bit of shade, but sun as well. That's very good. What a great idea, yeah. Barry Hurst, thank you. My granddaughter passed the driving test, yay! Everybody thumbs up for Sue Long's granddaughter. I promise I'll pass the thumbs up on. They're all mine. They're all mine. So, we got nice golden sand here. Oh, I got steps coming up. Shall I run up the steps? Or shall I go up the ramp? Can you do a live magic show one day? Probably not, for the simple reason that I really need feedback. I could film a magic show I'm doing for people, but I really need people. I just can't do a TV magic show. Well, I can, but that's a different animal. What I did do is I did a magic show for my mate Viv, and it's on Vimeo. So if you go to vimeo.com/Tim Dowd and look for Magic Dinner Viv, you'll see the magic show I did for her group. I'll link it in the description when I get home. But if you just go to Vimeo, vimeo.com/Tim Dowd, I think it is. If Tim Dowd doesn't work, try LWMST. I'm not sure which one I did. So this is San Telmo. So the first bar here is Goodfellas. The guy who owns that actually lives in my building. He's got two bars. I don't actually know where the other one is, but he's got two bars. And he says that Goodfellas, although get a lot of regulars, it's mostly passing trade. And it just isn't worth getting all this staff in and sorting everything out and buying all the food and stuff. It's not worth it to him to open it up just yet. So we'll see when the Brits come back, because it's typically a British bar. A lot of the shops are opening up now, but I don't know. What was that? Well done, yeah, well done to Sue's granddaughter. I don't think the travel traffic light system may continue after lifting all restrictions, as the country still have very high cases of COVID. I was saying before, the traffic light system is actually not for tourists. It's designed for people entering the UK. So the same people who complain about the traffic light system complain about Indians coming over. So make your mind up. You either want people who are coming from risk countries to quarantine and have tests, or you don't. And just because you leave the country and then want to come back in, and you've been in a country that's classed as a risk country, then yeah, you got to comply with what the foreigners have got to comply with, what we've got to comply with. If I come to visit you guys, I've got to comply with that as well. It's not just for tourists returning. It's designed for people coming from risk countries. Okay. Don't know how often I've got to say that. It wasn't a slight on you, by the way. Zelda, I wasn't having a go at you there. Is there a guy behind me? Yeah, there he is. Hola. Hola, amigo. Estoy en YouTube con 141 personas. Ahora mismo. Live. No, it's not just tourism, though. Is your brother coming over this year? He wants to, but he's actually hasn't got a contract at the moment, so he could come over now. But I think we're trying to get together with my sister and her husband, my brother and his wife, and maybe one of his kids, and our daughter and granddaughter and son-in-law. Sometime in August, September, we're trying to get sort of like a big reunion over here. But that's hard to get everybody. My sister's the only one that's actually working for somebody else. Well, apart from my daughter. No, my daughter, they've got a problem getting out the holidays as well together. And my son-in-law. And of course, he's just come back from Ghana, sorting out all the planting for the rest of the year, getting the government not inspectors. I thought they were inspectors, but they're not inspectors. The government's come and give some tips and tricks. He's building an irrigation system over there. So I sorted that out. Bought a tractor, named it after Christina. So Christina's got a tractor in Ghana, named after her. She likes that. She says not everybody's got a tractor in Ghana. This is a lovely spot, nice and shady. So we're coming up to the port in Los Cristianos now. I'm not going to go under the tunnel. What I'm going to do is walk along towards the end there. And how many minutes have we been on? I've been nearly an hour already. I've got to get back to Chris. So actually I'm not going to go that way now. I'm going to run back. Run, he says. I'm going to run back the way I came. Shall we jog, shall we? You can watch me die live on YouTube. So, the port of Los Cristianos, the beach of Las Vistas. I'm going to sit in this little shade here and do a few more comments, and I'm going to go way back. And the only thing I heard from ex-colleagues is that some people are trying to fly through different countries to avoid the hotel quarantine. That's where the problem may have started. It doesn't help because when you fill out the form, it asks you where you've been for the last 14 days, so you can't actually do that. So as long as you tell the truth on the entry form to say where you've been in the last 14 days, then you can't get in. So it's even the people that want to do that, in my mind, they should have their passports taken away, because we don't want those people at all. Selfish people are not welcome here. Will we ever get to Tenerife? I hope you do. I hope you do. When's the next Tenerife update on restrictions, Tim? Well, typically we get a BOC, which is the Bulletin Oficial de Canarias, usually on a Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, according to that. They meet on a Tuesday, they meet on a Thursday as well. So it just depends, really. But if you go to boc.es, I think it is, then you get it there. You get all the bulletins there. And I found out that if you look at the HTML version and then go into your browser and translate to English, that you get it all in English as well. So that's pretty cool. Ian's got to go. Yep, it's a 1 hour show. Border Force have stopped quite a few, I heard. Well, that's their job, I think. I'd love to see you jog, says Jill. I knew you would. Anybody else want to see me jog? Do you want to watch my face while I'm jogging, or do you want to watch where I'm going? So first of all, votes on who wants to see me jog. If I get 5 people type in the word jog, then I'll jog. And then you got to decide whether you want to see me face or not. So face, or that's okay. That's 1 jog. Don't even think about it. Jog. I got 2 jogs. Don't jog. It's too hot. Too hot to jog. Jog, do it, says Birdie. Jog, Tim, face. Walk steady. No. Well, you guys are looking after me. Thank you very much for you guys looking after me. What I might do is do a quick walk. How's that? Oh, we got 5 jogs now. I got to jog. Now, I did say I was going to jog if I get 5 jogs. And but I didn't say how long I was going to jog for. So let's have a look. So people have said they want to look at my face while I'm jogging, so here we go. Are you ready, lads and lasses, with smiles upon your faces? Oh, the wind blowing my head off. There you go. It's actually easy to jog because I'm squeezing the cheeks of my bum together and pushing with my feet, and usually I'm a bit flat-footed, so. Oh look, that's interesting. It's whatever it is, Did I cheat? That's too much on my joints, that, kids. I need to be a little bit lighter for me to do that. Jog up the steps. I'm miles away. For those of you just joined in, I asked people if they want me to jog, and they, on your knees, yeah. And they said, go for it, Tim, go and jog. I know where you live, guys. You live online. That was fun. And you want to look at my face, my look of pained surprise, as the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie catches me in the eye, and Timmy bites the dust. Morning, Tim, slow down now. Walk is good enough. You all right? Doctor did say a brisk walk where you can still talk is the thing to do. This is doodahs on the beach. Looks like they're redoing. You know, when I see the things being redone, I'm wondering whether they've taken the time to do like some sort of thing, you know. So, or if they've gone out of business, somebody else taking over, I don't know. There we go, wellness centre. I need that. Bit brisk. Bit brisk. Ray-Bans from €75. There you go. All the famous names and the famous brands. So I'll do San Telmo at the top another time as part of a Los Cristianos Backstreets tour. But I've actually gone a bit too far today because it's going to take me a while to get back to car. And then I've got to get home. Then I've got to get Christina out of the sack, get her showered, ready for the day. Then I've got nothing then I've got to cook for tonight. I've got to cook before I leave because then I can come home and just heat it up in the oven. Or if we're just having broadside, then it'll just be like meat and cheese and crackers or something. In fact, I might just do that. Do a cheese and crackers tonight. We'll see. So we come up to the volleyball pitches, which are always fun. We can watch the Adonis and the Adonises doing volleyball. If I got out there, someone would be slapping my belly over the net, I tell you. There we go. Oh, this is one of these street artists. Very nice. Good stuff there. Could you see it? Oh. Oh, they're doing practice. Guy's cheating. He's on the thing. We turn you around. So this guy's doing a test practice. Well done. He's actually playing a game, I think. No. Are they one-on-ones? Yeah, they're one-on-ones. Okay, carry on. There you go. You can rent this guy for 70 euros a week. Hope you can rent the scooter as well. Here's Nando's. So this is the guy that owns Nando's. Wasn't impressed. There's the new arts centre, arts shopping centre in the distance there. Okay, so we're going to go back into Vista Sur for those of you still with us. For those of you who've got to get back to whatever you're doing, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up before you leave. 128, not watched for a while, Tim. Great walk and chat and jog. Oh, volleyball, eye candy. There were some quite pretty young things there. Women as well. There we go. Playa De Las Vistas. So this says Arona. So that means that it is still part of Las Americas. Oh no, because Los Cristianos is in Arona as well. Stupid me. Stupid me, I swallowed my tooth. There's a story about that. When Stephanie was small, we were in America, she lost a tooth and swallowed it. And she says, well, I'm not going to get my dollar now. We were in America at the time, from the tooth fairy. So she left a note under a pillow. And it said, stupid me, I swallowed my tooth. I thought it was ingenious of her. Plate of the day. That's a steak with sauce and mushrooms, chips and a drink. $8.95. Not bad. Escalope is probably a schnitzel, is it? Classic mojito. Sex on the beach, €5. Plus tax. Can't do that. Gotta have you. All prices have to include tax. Okay. So here we are back at Vista Sur. There's a soft B there at the beginning. Vista. And the I is spelt like an E, or pronounced like an E, so Vista. And if you get an E, that's pronounced like an A. So as long as you remember those rules, you can actually pronounce most Spanish words. Estupendo. And usually if a word in English starts with an S, it'll start with an E in Spanish. Because you got to breathe out before you say the S. There's some bars around here that are not open. Those of you asking what the exchange rate is, we have one here. It's a pound is €1.13 and a dollar is 79 cents. There you go. No commissions. And there's a Western Union. Does anybody but scam artists actually use Western Union? I want to know that. Okay, so look what it's saying. Double L is pronounced Y. It is, yeah, the double L is pronounced Y. I never managed to catch you live, Tim. I'm glad I have at the end. How's Christina? Who's that? Victoria? You and Christina, thank you very much. That's why I say Christine and not Christina, because she spells it with an E on the end. Is it difficult walking in the sunshine with the mask on, Tim? We'd have to wear masks outside the UK. You know, at the beginning, you wore masks inside or when you're on the bus or when you went to a shop. And then they said everywhere, and we put them on and complained for a bit. But now basically it's second nature. It's like your seatbelt. You just turn the car off, put your mask on, open the door, get out. You don't even notice it. Okay. So here we are at the Golden Mile again. So this is fun. I'm going to show you this. This happens a lot in Tenerife. Basically, there is one disabled parking spot here. And that's the blue bit. So this guy is parked legally. And this guy parked behind him in the loading zone. So if they've got to get a wheelchair into the boot or something, and this guy's parked behind him, not taking that into consideration. And when there's two of them, the guy could say, oh, well, the guy can pull forward if he needs to get something in the boot. But now we've got this guy who just decides, I'm parking near a disabled zone. I'm parking near a disabled zone. And he doesn't even have a disabled badge. So I have no idea what people think about. It is a selfish. I just find it selfish. I just find that people are just selfish. As long as they're okay, they're okay. You know what I mean? You know, if you're going to illegally park in the middle of the motorway. You know? So I suppose quite a few of you have stayed here. How are you, Tim? Just on the lunch break. Hi, Gary. I'm a bit late, actually. He was saying the law's stupid. Rainy says, yeah, you're right. I mean, it is stupid, but basically it's you voted for it because you voted the government in. And if you vote the government in and they make the decisions in your name, which is what governments do, then it's your rule. So all you have to do is to vote a government in that thinks like you. So if you can find a majority of people that think like you, then you'll have a whole country of people like you. And then you won't have to wear a mask. Scary, but but there you go. That's the way the world works at the moment. Hey. Denmark removing the requirements. Look, accept public transport. That sounds very, very reasonable. It's on the cards here as well. They are planning for the summer months to be mask-free. They just want Tenerife and Lanzarote to get the figures down, and they'll just take that law off again. So it is planned. Never been to Tenerife? You should go to Fuerteventura. It's definitely our next destination. Hopefully next year. Double jab if the kids are not 17, 18. I think by next year it'll all be done and dusted. I think there'll be enough people jabbed on the island that that will be pretty safe. So I do actually believe that. So the important thing now is not to hoard doses. I noticed that Boris Johnson at the G7 said he's going to give millions of doses away. Where did he get them from? And why has he got them? Why has he got more doses than he needs? Because he was hoarding them. Oh. Making me run. So I think the thing is now is to treat the world as the whole world and not as countries. I think countries are going out anyway. There'll be no nationalism in the future. It'll probably take an alien race to come and invade us for us all to get together and realise we're in the same boat. There's a great Carl Sagan book about the little dot. That everything that ever happened, everything that you've ever known has happened on this little dot, and you're worried about a little bit of it. Anybody who hasn't read Carl Sagan, I recommend it. Neil, do I need a PCR test to come over or staying in my villa? At the moment, Neil, if you fill out the form, you just got to put where you're staying, and if it's not tourist accommodation, you don't need a test to enter Spain from the UK at the moment, so no. But if you've been vaccinated, that's also good. Don't need a test for that. Or if you've already had COVID, don't need a test. The rules and regulations, I think they're actually already in the description. I think I put it in the standard. If not, I will. I'll put all the links in the description. But you get to all the links that I do from the website that you have to go to fill out your form to enter Spain, which is spth.es, Spain Health Travel, Travel Health, sorry, SPTH. So all the information is there in English. Ay. Well, this is nice and quiet. I don't wear them outside here, only in shops. Exactly. We'd have thought a global pandemic would have brought us all together, but it seems, you know, as long as politicians call it the China virus or the Indian variant or the English variant, as long as you put labels on something that are, what's the word? As long as you put labels on something that are nationalistic, then that's where you're going to go, you know. I mean, theoretically, there's nobody here, so I could take my mask off, but then I'd have to put it on if I came within 1.50 meters of somebody. So it's just easier just to keep it on, to tell you the truth. Because what I'm going to do, put it round my elbow. Let's not get the kids on camera. So I've been this way before, but I'm going there again. So here we go, there's nobody here now. So there you go. I imagine there's people that don't know what I look like. They say, put it on, put it back on, Tim. I beat you all. I got 30 seconds ahead of you guys. 137 people still watching, cool. The Highlander Bar should be rocking Scotland playing today. I don't know where that is. I don't really come down here and I don't watch football, so that's a double whammy, isn't it, really? I don't know why I don't watch football, actually. It's, well, I've seen it, but I don't find it exciting or anything like that. I suppose you've got to have skin in the game to be able to get excited. It's about like getting excited about synchronized swimming, you know. It's nice to watch, but don't get excited about it. Can you climb a palm tree? DW's asking, can I climb a palm tree? I shall interpret that as, are you going to climb a palm tree? And the answer is no. If you mean, can one climb a palm tree? Only if you're doing something to it, like pruning it, or stripping it, or maintaining it. And if you're saying, am I able to climb a palm tree? No, I'm too fat. Football's in the blood. Only jesting. There you go. So was I. In the blood. Well, no, I got the week off from work. Walk with Tim. Are you in spirit? You got to get on one of those treadmills. A treadmillo, as they say. Oh, treadmillo, give it to me. Oh, big comment there, hang on. From Dominique Fitzgerald. Morning, Tim. Sad to see all the bars closed. A mate of mine's brother ran the hole in the wall. Oh dear. Julia in London to wear a mask when I'm ever out of my house. You know, the heat, I don't know. Maybe the blood's got thinner in the past 6 years I've been here. And I find it quite cool at the moment. It used to be that when it was 28 degrees, I'm sweltering. But now I don't see it as a problem. It happened to us in America as well. We're in Virginia and the summers are really hot there. Winter's very cold, but summer's really hot. So we got thin blood. That's to do with the Virginia brandy as well, but there you go. Into football, Lidl. It's not rugby. Exactly. Like football, but it's the footballers that annoy me sometimes, yeah. It's hard to hear. Sorry? Hard to hear? No. Yes, it is hard in the heat. Okay, but you get used to it. You do get used to it, yeah. And if you're on mainland Spain, like Julie, then they have really hot summers. You know, I mean, here we're the island of eternal spring. So basically you can guarantee 28 all day, every day. Actually, Darren said that he added up all the temperatures of each day and divided it by 365, and it came out to 28. So you say it is 28 all day, every day, theoretically. So I'm going to turn you around here. Did I press it? No. There you go. And then I'm going to put my mask back on. See, that's hard now. I can do it with one hand. You take it off with one hand, but putting it on with one hand is a bit of a pain. Madrid is supposed to be hot. Where are we? Unbearable, yeah. Gotta go to work till 10 o'clock. Oh dear. Buenos dias. This guy's gonna get me to buy something in the shop. What should we buy? An iPad for $1.99. Guaranteed iPad. So, there's the umbrella bar. Shown you that before. You want a quick look? For those of you who aren't there, it's called the Soul Kitchen now. There you go. That was your umbrella bar moment for the moment. Tappers and wine. That'll do for me. Yeah, even on the coast you're going to get hot, I think, in the mainland Spain. That Mediterranean sort of weather kills you in the summer. And it's not warm enough in the winter to lie out. It's warm enough that you don't have to, you know, put your fur coat on and gloves and hats and stuff. But yeah, here we go. Just got called. Coming up to the Siesta. My car's just towards the beach there. So, how many are we? 80 minutes. That's a long time. That's a long time. I'll have to plug my phone in when I get home, or I'll run out of battery for tonight. Okay, so I'm going to do a show tonight. The Royal Adeki, maybe. I'll look into that. If not, the balcony. I'll just see what's going on. Is there anything you miss from the UK that you can't get there in terms of food? Fussy food. To tell you the truth, I've been out of the UK, I've been out of England since 1977. I went down to Wales. And then I left there in 89 to Germany. So I've been out of the country since 1989. And I don't really miss anything. I used to do things like, oh, I've got to get Branston pickle, or I've got to get, what was the other thing we always went for? Oh, English mustard. And I still do go to the specialist shops to get English mustard if I need it. So Coleman's mustard, because I can't get it in Mercadona. I can get it in 2 Treeball, but it's a little tube for $2.99, so it's like really expensive. So I don't really I miss a lot of German stuff now, funnily enough. That you can't just go out and get a fresh pretzel, you know, or a Pfefferbeißer. I mean, you can go up to Kai in Los Menores, but he's a specialist shop as well. He's not always open. So I don't miss American food. And at the moment, to tell you the truth, I cook mostly, you know, so basically I just go out and get meat and veg and salad. I don't buy anything that's sort of pre-made, or like cooking sauces or something like that. I'll tell a lie, I've got Sharwood's korma in the cupboard. A Sharwood's korma, there you go. Don't say that often on a vlog. Hot here in Wales. Hot in Wales. Mullets are no longer the de facto haircut in the UK. I'm so missing my walks along the coastal front. Yep. That's so very hot in London. What, 18 degrees? I'm going to let this guy go past. And I'm going to whack this guy. He was going to whack me. So we're back at the H10 Conquistador. Looks open. Take my life in my hands here. Car's still there, I see, which is good. I was going to wash it today. I haven't washed it for ages because of the Kalima. It rained one day, dirty rain. I'll show it you in a minute. And I was waiting for the weekend to wash it. Then at the weekend I just didn't have time. Take my life in my hands. Didn't I say it? I thought it. Even hot in Scotland, she says. Julie Mackenzie, you must have such a healthy eating. 8 non-stop. Lidl is opening near my house. Heard it's a German-run grocery store. Yeah, Lidl is a... I don't know if it's German, but it's got decent bread. And they're famous for like doing special offers of non-food stuff, a bit like Aldi. But you can get some nice pâtés and stuff in the packed meats department, but there's no butchers, I don't think. Unless it's a big Lidl, then they have an extra butchers, but our Lidl doesn't have a butchers. The one in La Chafiras does, but I think that's just a what's it called? So this is the car. And look at the rubbish on that. That was the rain last week. So I got to get that washed. But I'm thinking of getting washed in and out, inside and out. You know, I really like the Darren John vlogs because he's actually going and doing stuff. You know, he's going and doing touristy stuff, and actually he's actually looking up the stuff and telling you about it, which I think is really good. I really appreciate that. That's really fantastic. I like Lee's stuff because he's a travel vlogger, so he shows you all different areas, different restaurants and stuff like that. And the Crackmaster, he's doing a sleep rough, so he does a lot for charity. 2 or 3 charities he supports. Rick and Shelley, they support the dog charity, I know, and they're good because they're doing a lot of singing, a lot of entertaining, and they like the crack as well. Andrew does the same as the Macmaster. And what else we got? We got the new people on the block, the What's on Tenerife. They're doing sort of a news show, and I've been in touch with them. But the good thing they've got is a website, What's on Tenerife. what'sontenerife.com, and they're telling you all the hotels and the restaurants that are open at the moment, plus the clinics. There's actually a list of clinics where you can get PCR tests for going home now. So that's a great resource, What's on Tenerife. Janet Anscombe has retired, so she's not updating her vlog as much as she used to. It was a daily vlog. Now she hasn't updated it for a while. She's still active though with Cleo on the what's it called? On the Canary Cast podcast. And of course, Juliane Nendel joins us once a week and sometimes more. And she's a holistic mentor, and she's doing walking talking, where she's going up in the mountains and taking you around places you may not have been in Tenerife. So don't forget to go over to Juliane Nendel's website and give her some love there. And if you're not subscribed to me, consider subscribing. Okay, tomorrow morning I've got a doctor's appointment at 9:30. I'm hoping to be out by 10:30, and I will do a short walk somewhere near the house. If I cannot do that, I will go live quickly on my 360-degree camera just to say hello to everybody. So that's tomorrow morning. Tonight I am going to do something. I might go to the Royal Cafe in Adeje and show you around there, but I also might just stay at home on my balcony and have a quick chat with you and tell you what the latest news is, and weigh myself when I get back to see whether my lederhosen fit. Spoiler alert, they don't fit. Tuesday is day off. No, that is more. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Wednesday is I go for a walk again in the mornings and balcony banter. And I think today's topic, or this week's topic, is what's this week's topic? Oh, it's about wheelchairs. It's another one of Neil and God. Shh. I apologise. Got it in my head. Begins with an S. I keep getting Shelley in my head. Sharon. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, lovely people. That's just my brain's gone. Yeah, they're asking about what's the worst thing that's happened to Christina being in a wheelchair, that she's treated differently. And so, okay, nice one, Tim. Bye. Jackal, the authorities want you to pay cash. Okay, I'll read that later. Adios, adios, adios. Okay, everybody's saying go to buy anyway. 2 versions of Aldi run by the brothers. Lily's totally separate. Whatever happened to Hotel Europa? Living it up at Hotel Europa. No idea where that is. It's illegal to wash your car outside your house, yes. Car washing Tenerife are typically in gas stations, in garages, but they're also in the basements of shopping centres now as well, where they wash your car with no water. They wash it with chemicals. Anyway, I gotta go. So let's do this. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today on this walk. I get out of bed. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning, but I get out of bed for you guys. I'm going to get out of bed early tomorrow and go to the doctor's. get my blood pressure taken, be on an ECG, and then I'm going to go and on a walk. I don't know where yet, but probably somewhere near the house. And Google thinks you might like to do this one next. And if you want to support the channel, you can press the little button here. And if you're still not subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next one. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you.